YouTube people, we're back at the greenhouse. As always, it is very bright. I can't see. I'm squinting. I never remember to bring my sunglasses in here, but I need them. So today, the plan is to get the pond cleaned out. We're gonna get some plants and stuff in it, start getting it ready for fish. So we got the tannins from the driftwood, stained the water real dark brown. It's getting a little bit better, but I think we're gonna drain some of the water and put some new water in to help. And then you can see we got algae growing. I think there's always going to be a little bit of algae, you know, but it kind of is what it is. Comes off super easy, but we got some growing all over. So I think the plan is to shut down the skimmer and get some floating plants. So I think they'll help shade it, so preventing more sunlight from getting in there will help prevent algae. And then they'll also compete with the algae for the same nutrients. So they'll help get rid of nitrates and stuff in there that are causing the algae in the first place. So first, while we're here, I'm gonna probably jump in there, clean it all up, scrape all the algae off, clean out as much as I can, and then we'll drain a bunch of that dirty water, clean all the filters out, and then put some new water in and go grab some plants and get it looking really cool. And then all we will have to do is wait for it to cycle and then build something to keep the arowana from jumping out, and it'll be pretty much ready for fish. So I'm getting super excited. I can't wait to be sitting here and feeding my fish. But yeah, first we gotta, I actually just forgot, we gotta run this waistline out for the filters when we clean the filters. I can't see anything. I really need to get my sunglasses. But yeah, we gotta run this waistline out, and then we'll use the water to kind of saturate some of this dirt and water the succulents and stuff over there. So we'll get that all hooked up, and then we'll go for a little bit of a swim. This is all plumbed up and ready to go. So we got the waistline run out. Comes here under the deck. And then we just got this little soft toes hooked up right here. So we figured we can kind of run this out and then just use it to like water the ground wherever we need manually for now. Eventually, once I figure out how much water I need in different areas to keep the soil how I want, once I have plants in here, I'll probably build like a little manifold system with some valves so I can like isolate and water certain areas of the greenhouse with the pond water. So we want to try to reuse as much of it as we can. And all the nitrates and stuff in the fish will be great for the plants. But for now, this works great. And this will just give us a nice little temporary setup. So now, what are we going to do? The dog's barking. It's distracting me. But now we can, we'll get our pump all hooked up and get ready to pump out some of this water, and then we'll use the waistline, clean the filters and stuff, and then I'm going to get in there and give her a little scrub down. So let me get this pump hooked up, change my clothes, and we can go for a swim. Alright, we got the filters cleaned. We are ready to get in the pond. Do I really need to get all the way in there with a swim tube or a float tube? Probably not, but when you put this much money and work into a pond, I want to be able to get in it and swim in it every now and then, you know? I've dreamed of this since I was a kid, so it's a very rewarding moment for me. And before we pump out all the water, I want to clean everything and stir it all up and then pump out as much of the dirt and algae and stuff with it too. So, yeah. Oh yeah, it's not bad at all. This is so much better than last time I was swimming in here. Yeah, this is actually comfortable, dang. Man, I've waited so long to be able to swim in the middle of winter in Utah in my own heated pond, so very rewarding moment for me. This feels great. Man, I don't think I'm going to clean anything today. I think I'm just going to get a drink and relax here all day. All right, the pond is pretty much drained out. I got everything cleaned as much as I'm going to, and we adjusted where this piece of driftwood was a little bit. We lifted this end up with one of our extra deck blocks, so I'll have more of it out of the water with more room to plant some cool plants. And yeah, after I stirred everything out, this water got disgusting, so I'm gonna get out of here and go rinse off in the shower because I feel really gross, and then we're gonna start filling it back up with nice freezing cold water. This gravel's killing my feet. And then yeah, once the water's warmed up a little bit, we'll be ready to get some plants and stuff in here. But I think it's gonna look much better this time. Oh yeah, also, I'm not going and cleaning the algae because this is like something I'm gonna have to do all the time. I just know right now, once I get some plants in here and shade it, like I said, I hope that'll help with the algae. The plants will eat up the nutrients. So I figured, well, I'm draining the water, I might as well get as much of it out. Because if the algae dies off and rots, then that also produces nitrates and stuff and create more algae. So while we're doing it, I might as well clean it up as much as I can, but really, it doesn't matter that much. The point was more than anything just to drain it and get some of the tannins out from this wood and then get new, cleaner looking water in. But yeah, I'm excited to see what it looks like with plants. Yeah. All right, so we got the pond started to fill up. Everything's cleared out or cleaned out. But one thing is we took the little spray nozzles out for all the returns, just the thing that kind of pressurizes it. So I figured we had too much like water movement on the surface for the floating plants. And then while we have floating plants, I think we're just gonna shut the skimmer valve and not use the skimmer and try to get the plants to just grow and shade out the top. So yeah, we can always put these back in later if we need, and we can always turn on the skimmer whenever we need. But yeah, for now it is just filling up with freezing cold water. So we'll turn the pump back on, get the heat pump running so the water will be warm. I'm sure it will take at least until tomorrow. So yeah, nothing too exciting right now. We'll get back to you once it's filled up, and then we can go get some really cool plants. All right, we are back. The pond is completely full now. It has been a few days, and there's starting to be some algae growth. The driftwood's getting algae again. The glass was really dirty, but we cleaned it off. But that's kind of expected, you know. This is not an aquarium. It's a pond. It's gonna have algae, but that's the reason we're going to get some plants. So the water has stayed crystal clear. I don't think the tannins are leaching out of the driftwood anymore, which is awesome. So I think it pretty much will stay clear from this point on. The UV filter seems to be working great. So yeah. Let's go pick up some really cool plants, get them in here, and see if we can make it look more natural. All right, we got some of our plants. So for now we just did some floating plants, like I said before, to help shade it out and eat up the extra nutrients. So what we got is some water hyacinth. Oh no. Oh geez. Yeah, we got some water hyacinth. So these are pretty cool. Not all of them were super good looking there at the store because it's cold there, but in the warm water of the pond they'll probably do great. Yeah, these grow cool little purple flowers. You can see the long roots that hang down, help filter the water. And then the other one we got is water lettuce. So these do super good in ponds that I've seen. But yeah, these don't grow any cool flowers or anything, but they're pretty cool. And we also apparently got a lot of duckweed too, so that came on these plants and may become a problem in the future. Hopefully not. Over here. Yeah, so let's get all these in here. See what it looks like. They're probably gonna love this warm water compared to where they've been at. Yeah. plants are all in. It's looking great. $100 worth of plants did not go very far, but they'll grow and they like make little babies and split off, so they should grow pretty fast. But if not, I'm gonna buy more soon. And then here soon, I think we're gonna get some cool bromeliads and possibly orchids and mount them up on this branch. And then Tiffany had a super good idea. I think we're gonna get some planter boxes and make like little aquatic bog garden beds all along the back wall in this corner and stuff over here. Because a lot of plants do good with the roots submerged, but they don't do good in like 4 feet of water, you know? So it'd be cool to have plants growing out of the edges there, make it look a lot more natural. But that will be for another video. So make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. Make sure you like and comment on this video what you want to see next, because we are almost ready for fish. Next up, we are going to build our little mesh enclosure around here to keep the arowana from jumping out. And then we got another cool thing I'll talk about in that video. And then we got to get a water heater hooked up, a little on-demand water heater. So when I change the water, I'm not doing it with ice cold water to bug in the fish. But that is it for now. So thank you for watching and stay tuned for the next episode.